Hello everybody, how are you all doing? My name is Dulayne and welcome back to my E3 coverage of 2013, and we're going to be talking about that other one we just saw called EA. Now the EA one, I'm going to say this first of all though, did anyone notice that there was no talk about the Kinect? There wasn't much talk about it, was there? We saw the smart glass again, which we saw more of in the previous one. And it does seem that EA are going to be utilising some tablets, so my little Galaxy Tab, which I don't know where it's gone, will actually have some use. So let's go into it. First of all, this is going to be bad because I'm going to compare it to Microsoft, but why not? I've got no one else to do a benchmark off of. Nice, energetic start, dubstep. I don't like dubstep, but the music they picked was good, I guess. So yeah, the music's not important, but felt more alive. The Peter Moore came on. Welcome to the download. That was a bit interesting to me. I thought, hold on a minute, are you doing something stupid again, Peter? Are you going to do something stupid, Peter? You better not do anything dumb, because that was the download. What? I didn't know what it was, so that was a bit interesting to me. Then it goes, there's brand new code, brand new engines, and I can't remember the exact sentence, but he mentioned the PS4 or the Xbox One. Interesting now. I'm not sure if that's just the way they scripted it, but maybe we can read something into that. I don't know. Do they have more liking to the PS4? I don't know. My hair is absolutely messed up. Whatever. So it's a truly great year for gaming is how he started it off, and he does kind of finish off the same way. And then at one point there's a bit of cheering, and this made me fucking laugh. It's like, BioWare employees over there. It's like taking the piss out of Microsoft, and I thought that was quite hilarious. Did you notice? It's fucking, that was hilarious to me. Dubstep for the win, maybe. So what next? I don't script these things. I just have a shitty notes, and I'll go into what I think in a minute. Now, what did it start off with? Right, first thing that we were told about Plants vs Zombies. Now, I've never looked at that game. I guess I've just ignored it. It's like, Plants vs Zombies, that seems like a childy game. I don't want to play that. Not now. Not with this new one. Sadly, it looks like it's going to be on the Xbox One first and the 360. No talk about if it's going to be on PC or PS4. They didn't say exclusive, but they didn't exactly mention PS4. Looks interesting. Plants vs Zombies is on there. It's a third person. It's going to be a third person action title. Epic Action meets Plants vs Zombies, but it's PVC. It looks funny. They've played a gameplay trailer, a pea shooter on it, a cactus or sunflower, and all those different things. Basically, it's a team play based game. You play as plants. It's all 3D action, third person shooter. You're killing off again. You are going against zombies. It's a waves. It's basically fighting against waves, but it's more like a big area rather than like Dungeon Defenders, where it's one little spot, one little room. This is like an open area. It's not open world, but you know it's pretty big. You have waves. They showed a Michael Jackson-esque or ABBA-esque disco zombie boss, which was hilarious. The music was beautiful, good choice of sounds. Hilarious. You had big enemies like Gargantua. This game actually makes me love Plants vs Zombies. It's weird how that feels after only after watching some gameplay. Garden Warfare. So it's Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. And they actually started it off with Battlefield 4. Frostbite engine, and they showed us. I'm like, are they trolling us? And they did. It was pretty good. Next we had Titanfall. Now this is one game that I thought was exclusive to the 360 and Xbox One. I think they said Xbox 360. I should have really watched back, but I really want to do this with the things fresh in my mind rather than going back and watching stuff and forgetting. Because I recorded the stream. I watched it on Twitchy channel and recorded it live XSplit, which I'm using at the moment. Titanfall, Vince Zampella came out and told us the good news it's going to be on PC. That's going to be something I pick up next year. Comes out in the spring of next year, 2014. Pretty nice stuff. Go away, moth. I fight moths during my videos. Yes, Dulayne, you're not funny. I thought I was. I'm funny looking. I want this on PC now. Fuck yeah. Fuck the Xbox One. That's what I thought at the time, because I don't know. I don't like the I don't like Microsoft. The Xbox One is nice, but the people who make it, the wrong people made it. But well, I've already talked about that. Drew McCoy came out, the producer for that. They had some interviews with people, and basically the feeling of the game is I think it's a mech warrior game. Titans are little, like, basically mechs you can jump into, and you can jump in and out of them and use them in the gameplay. They call it a class as a mix of multiplayer Titans, pilots. So it's Titans versus pilots mixed multiplayer. I'm not sure if they're going to mix you could have like some Titans and some pilots inside that in two teams. It's 2 teams. What we saw, domination-esque style. You guys basically killing off and trying to claim spots, to keep them, and all that stuff. It's going to be the ultimate evolution of battle tanks. They reckon so. It's going to be more fast, agile, fun pace. It looks really cool. The gameplay looks smooth. Looks nice to play. I might get it when it comes out next year. It's not that till next year though. You can do stuff like there's like you've got Assassin's Creed-esque stuff, and I mean lightly, like in the wall jumping, using the walls to run around and shit, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Titanfall is one game I'm interested in the game. I will say though, this conference was pretty good. I enjoyed it because I'll tell you later about that. But the games seem interesting at this point. Then of course, don't we keep? I don't know if it was Twitch, but apparently there was some kind of coughing in the stream. I'm not sure if it was some kind of technical fault at the time, or I don't know, but whatever. Then Frank Gibeon comes out. Gaming on the consoles never be the same. Again, talking about how they're building up their engines, like they spent the past 2 years working on Frostbite 3 and Ignite. Of course, we've had two new games coming out. One, of course, is Star Wars Battlefront that was announced. Looks pretty cool. They didn't show much. It was like a sneak peek. You see, like it's like an Arctic, and the guy gets out and he's walking on the snow and stuff. And then Need for Speed Rivals was the other one. Was it? Yes. Star Wars Battlefront is on Frostbite, right? And then they went into, once they moved on from that, from Star Wars, they moved on to Need for Speed Rivals, which seems pretty cool. And again, I'm not a racer at heart, so don't worry if my opinions are messed up. That's just this is limited knowledge. It's the idea. It's Rivals. I think there was one for the PSP. Basically, you have cops and players. It's a connected experience. You've got to be online, but you can either play as single player, you can play as co-op, and the idea is they all mix in. So say if you're playing single player as a cop, I'm playing single player as a racer. You can eventually intertwine if you choose to. You can basically get involved. It's a bit funky. I don't like the idea you're going to always be connected to something to do it, because that's going to rule some people out. That's a bit messed up in my opinion. But I think if you're into that game and you get the connection, that looks like a decent game. The gameplay looks smooth. The graphics are nice. The drifting looks good. I'm not a pro at driving racing games though, so don't expect me to say that the driving looks good or shit. It looked nice. It looked, a lot going on. You got pursuits going on and shit and all that good stuff. Not sure how. Yeah, I said that. You can use. This is what the tablets also came in, where you can use tablets to call in air support. What did they call it again? Overwatch. So like someone else can be watching. So you've got 2 people playing online, and you can have like a tablet. So you have your tablet to call in. You can actually see where the races are going and how things are going, and the progression of the race and all that stuff. And like you can call things in and shit. It looks pretty good. And then we had the cheesy. So it was cheesy to me. It's like the Microsoft. They brought on a random card, didn't they? You had Aaron Paul, the person who's the main actor for Need for Speed, the film, which comes out next year. Apparently he's a gamer. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. And he's drove custom cars. Well done. I've driven Aston Martin and Ferrari on a racetrack. Lovely, isn't it? What else is there? There's not much really else about that. Then NFS is accurate to racing. Is it? I don't know. We had a short trial then of Dragon Age Inquisition. I kind of got a feeling partway through of Alien vs Predator, just when this alien thing comes out or something. I'm not sure what it is, but that's what came to my mind. It was pretty interesting. You got a dragon, and then there was quotes like darkness. Hold on. How fragile alliances crumble to dust. Faith lies in ashes. There wasn't much to show. It looks like that's not going to be out until next fall. So you can kind of forgive them for not giving us a lot of information about that game. I'm recording good. So I don't think we can really expect too much of that yet. I think we'll probably find out more Gamescom. I don't think we will at least find it out until next year, really. I think that's going to be too early. But they've set the stone in. It's going to be out next year. That's good. Looking forward to it. Definitely interesting. I haven't played the first 2 games properly yet. I've just got to go through them. But again, I'm a gamer who hasn't got much time to play games. So really, am I a gamer? I don't know. If you want to leave me an opinion, you can say so. We had EA Sports. Oh god, EA Sports makes me fall asleep. But they still made it interesting. They talked about how Ignite's going to be important. You had the likes of, you had NBA Live, you had Madden 25, UFC, and there's all these different features in these different games, like in EA, what's it called? NBA Live. You've got they've improved the dribbling, like how apparently when you're playing the older basketball games, the ball can't leave the hands when you're dribbling the ball can't come off. But they've made animations better so that it feels more realistic. I like how is it FIFA and is it NFL? NFL's the your American football, isn't it? How I like how they've got all these different things to make it more fast-paced, more better anticipation, better movement, and better just all round making the games feel more realistic, like you're actually involved in something. What else? True Step. You've got True Step, which is more precise and fluid responses. So basically, they talk a lot about how these things are improved. Definitely looks like they've gone in the right direction with the sports. I don't know. Again, I'm not a sports person. I'm more of an RPG or whatever. So I think it looks like they've done a good job of it. I don't know what you guys think. Are you happy with what you see on the EA conference for them? Let me know. Be interested to find out. Then we have some reason Drake comes out. He's like, "Oh, I love FIFA 14. I'm always happy to be connected." Blah 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 blah. He introduces Matt Bilby, and what else was there? Again, more talking about how there's more fluid movement, responses, reactions, anticipation, and all that stuff. Then we have the last one for the sports one was the UFC stuff. Bruce Buffer comes in, voice of the UFC. It was appropriate how they had him do the calling. I think it was strong. I think it was more passionate. You could see they're really involved in what they do. Maybe they got better marketing than Microsoft do. I don't know, but you could definitely feel there was more life to it. You had Dana White, the president, come out. Of course, he overhyped it way too much. He's like, "Oh, this is going to be the best thing ever. If you love fighting games, you're going to play this." But then again, can you blame him for being passionate? This is what you want to see. You want to see people. I mean, I felt they were more legit. I don't know, that could be just business sense, but it did feel legit, and there was a lot more life to the whole conference, really. Again, there's more talk about more features like MMAI, which is to allow the person, allow organic changes of strategy during the fight, because when you're fighting, I guess things change. There's no predictable route of how you can do things. So one person might do one maneuver on you, but you've got to get out of it. That promotes all that. And apparently they've also made it so you could see how, like, if you punch me, you go, or whatever. You can kind of see how it feels and like the expressions of being in an arm lock or whatever. So the sports stuff looks like they've really put a lot of effort into it. I'm guessing there was a good demand for that. What do you think? And of course, each game had to try to finish. Now, Battlefield 4. The rest of the conference went nice and slow. It was nice and it was coherent, clear, exciting, but good. Battlefield 4 comes out. It's like they're talking like 100 miles an hour. Like, "Hello, my name is Lad. How you doing?" And you think they're not that bad, but they were quick enough for me to not take notes. I mean, if you look at my notes from before, yes, they aren't brilliant. But then if you look at my notes for Battlefield 4, even I can't read that shit. It is absolutely crazy. But then you could see why they were rushing to it, because they were excited. Levelation, they used a term, they called it, what's it called? The game should be emotion, and there should be a lot of emotion, immersion, and all that good stuff. Yes, graphics are great, but you're going to be immersed into the game, which I think they've done. What else was it? You could be able to fight. You'd be able to fight on the land, air, and sea, which is, I think, sea you couldn't do it before, but now you can. I can't remember. I know Battlefield 3 does. I think. I can't remember. I'm a noob. I really am. But sea definitely rings a bell to me as being a new thing in Battlefield 4. It seems very seamless. They had basically, I think it was a 64-player demo going on, and they used that to exhibit the game. It looks smooth. I love how seamless it seems. The quality of the gameplay seemed interesting. Hell, halfway, some part through it, you're thinking like it has to go. All the walls are being destroyed, and you think, what the hell's going on? It's really crazy. I like how the gun's recoil seems to feel a bit more real. Before it was like, I don't know, you knew there was something wrong, but this time you can actually, I can see more the recoil. It just feels more real and yeah, adapted. I'm more adapted to it. There's commander mode, so again, tablets are being used in this. You can have like one commander who has a tablet in the group, and if they can use that to sending extra support or calling extra support, so you can have a bird's eye view of what's going on. Pretty neat. Because they're going for the whole connected experience. Now with Battlefield, you know, anyone who buys that knows it's going to be connected to a point because you get to play multiplayer or whatever. So they're definitely working on that. Battle log is going to be in as usual, which is good. And that was what I liked. Now, talk about... Yeah, I'll take that. That's already rushed. So they show the demo. You start in the plane, you land. I weren't sure at first. I honestly weren't sure at first if it looked better, if it looked the part. It looks pretty average. I mean, I say average. It looked, you know, pretty much like Battlefield 3. And then once you get into it, it really started to feel really good. Good on sights. The sights are good. I feel like the sights are clear. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I've never used a gun in real life, so especially not with a scope. Seem to fly well. And then, like I say, there's a tank that crashes into the wall, and the whole wall just falls apart. And that's one thing I like the look of. It's like, you know, there's one part where there's a picture that was shot and there's holes in it, but you don't really care about that. You know, the action's going on too quick. Next thing you know, get into an elevator, go up to the top floor. Elevator, cool. Fighting stuff, blowing stuff up, bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, the building starts shaking and wobbling. It's awesome. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, you get to get out, you get the evac. Fucking building falls down. What the hell? I couldn't believe when I saw it. I thought, there. And is this a multiplayer? If they can do that in a multiplayer experience, oh my god. That's just so much detail, because you can see how it, you know, it doesn't just fall like that. It kind of just tilts, and then you can see how the wave, it's too much and it just like falls down. Absolutely incredible. They definitely made me want that game just from that. It was absolutely crazy. So, in essence, what I'll say is, if Plants vs Zombies comes out on PS4, if they bring it out something else, the new one, I'll look to get that. The other games I'd look to get for Titanfall, definitely I'd like to get. Need for Speed Rolls, nah, I'm not into racing games. That's not me. And then Battlefield 4, definitely. Dragon Age Inquisition isn't really important to me because that's next year. But yeah, I really feel that EA did a good job and showed us what we wanted to see. Games, none of this, well, I could dance with my hands in the air, stupid nonsense. It's about playing the game and having fun, not gimmicks. So yep, soon will be the Ubisoft one. I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to seeing Watch Dogs. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and well, I bid you a good day, have a good night. Thanks for watching my review, and if you have anything to say, feel free to put some comments below, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, which is somewhere around the bottom of here, and you'll see more stuff. Don't forget to check my channel out. I do Let's Plays and stuff. Not sure if you're into that kind of stuff, especially considering everyone in the world does it, and their dog does it, and the cats if they have dogs. Cats. That's what the hell? The cat mixture of a dog and a cat. I don't know. So thanks guys for watching. My name is Dulayne. I'm going to click the button to close recording, and I'll see you again soon. Adios.